I talk to a lot of my peers, my Olympic brothers, who are all over the world, and they have careers, and then they come back to their sport, and they say it's the happiest they've ever been in their life. So you're about to enter the happiest period of your life, and but I know the secret sauce to this. The secret is you don't have to feel the pain of all that training and swimming and racing. You get to, working in business is a lot less physically painful, but you have all the benefit of the close relationships and friendships that you build. And also, I think it's very interesting to be creative and to give back to our sport. And just from talking to Eva Marie and to Christian, we know that the innovation has been there, and how much development there is behind the Malmsten lane lines. Can you talk to me about Gold Pro, the latest lane line? I can't help but notice that the aesthetic is a little different from the earlier versions.
Yeah, I think Malmsten just keeps innovating. Why not reinvent the wheel if you can make it better? And that's what they've done. Here's what the original Montreal lane line looks. It's a 4-inch disc. When you swam in Barcelona, Tommy worked with the rules to make it a 6-inch disc.
So hang on one second. So if you guys are listening on the download on the podcast, Mike just showed me what size, what inches was it? It was white.
Yeah, the white one is a 4-inch disc. That's what we had in Montreal Olympics.
So John Neighbor raced in this 4-inch guy, and I raced in this 6-inch, which is obviously much cooler.
That's right. And this has been the state of the art for a long time. But as Tom explained before, and I'll show you now the picture of the newest one. This one is yet better. It's a little bit more aggressive in the design. It does a little bit better job of calming the water. Every percentage point matters. This was introduced in the World Championships in 2019, and it is now going to be in the Olympics. It's, seeing a sample sort of explains why that works.
You just so Mike was just showing me, if you're listening on the download and you're not watching this by video, who just showed me the Gold Pro, and the aesthetic has changed a lot. But what I noticed is that in the 76 and 92 design, there's the tiny holes. And I understand why you have holes going through it. It seems like it would slow water down. But there's the perforations in the plastic are different with the Gold Pro. Can you describe that to me?
Yeah, I think it's an outcome of all that measurement and experimentation that we did with the Royal Technology in Stockholm. A lot of times when you come up with a really good design, it just looks good, right? If it's elegant at the end, it's probably because it is something that works. So it was not designed to look good, I don't think. It was designed to work well. But that's how we came up with that shape. The other thing that's important too is the material in these things. You want them to make them durable. You want them to be Mel, I don't know about you, but when I swim butterfly, every now and then I'll come in and my hands will, touch the lane line and it hurts. And you want that lane line to be a little bit forgiving on our swimmers as well. So there's many aspects of it that comes together.
So I understand this correctly, this is the design for 2019. This is the latest iteration, 2019. So what's in store for the future? What is in store for the future? I mean, does R&D start on the next design now, and it's going to take 9 more years?
What we're doing with this is that we're going to do, I'm going to manufacture here in the United States, following exactly the same recipe as Tommy and team does in Sweden. Same resin, same chemicals, same molds from the same source. So we're going to do that in the 6-inch. We're going to take that new design and reapply that to a 4-inch as well. So you can get a better dampening technique on a 4-inch line as well. That's where we're headed. Yes, there will be another R&D at some point, but right now we're going to go in and take advantage of the 3rd generation.
3rd generation looks fantastic. What's interesting as I'm sitting here now, and I do understand the business of swim, is that the U.S. market is a very large market. But it's a different market. than the international market. Swimming is typically supported by government dollars, by lotteries in other nations. In the United States, oftentimes it's private dollars, and it's so my point is I think it is the budget dollars you have to find, and you have to be competitive to get those dollars. If I want to engage you and see you, what is the best way to look up Malmsten North American Inc?
We have a new website for the US market that we are populating right now. So you can go in and send an email. Go to our website, malmsten.com. You will look for the US version, the North American version. We also will sell into Canada. Won't forget our neighbors up north. But our email address is on our website. I'm at Mikael at Malmsten.com, and we have a sales at Malmsten.com. That's how you reach us.
And if you're listening in the podcast, you're going to check us out on the post when this is live. I'm going to include all of those links, and I'm going to include Mike's contact information. And we're going to include probably one of the greatest, most entertaining videos that I've seen on a company of anyone that we've worked with. There is a biopic little video that you guys have that I feel just crystallizes the story of the family and everything that you're about and represent, and it brings us up to present day. So we're also going to include that clip, and I think people should watch that before they listen to this podcast. Everyone, thank you for joining me this morning. Are there any points that you would like to bring up as in closing?
I would just say, Mel, that I'm really excited to take this product line to the North American market, not only to make it available, but I'm also looking to follow Malmsten's way of working, which is to partner with architects and design firms, pool builders, etc., because it's a two-way street. We have some information and some knowledge that we've acquired worldwide. There's much to learn in the North American market, and I wanted to make that a two-way street where we can share that back and forth.